I always wondered why. Why am I like this? From the time I was a kid, and I would see other kids doing, I'll say, normal things, running, jumping. I knew I wasn't like them. I knew I was a person, but I knew I was different. Nobody ever expects to have to live with something as challenging as cerebral palsy. I often felt sometimes left out of the picture. One day it just kind of clicked. I can be a functioning member of society just like they can. In 2008, I had graduated from college. I started looking for a job on my own, and so it was really hard. So I met with Marcfirst, and within 10 minutes, they had me convinced that that's where I needed to be.
Marcfirst is an agency that supports children and adults with developmental disabilities. When he came to us, he really applied himself to get a job. He came in all kinds of weather, arranged his own transportation. I don't know how many applications he filled out with us, but he went home and filled out more applications, contacted employers, did follow-up. So for us, we became really invested in Lee just because he was working so hard at getting a job.
Nothing that he was doing wrong. It's getting employers to wake up and look past the walker and see the person. And that's what they wouldn't do. He graduated from school on the honor roll, has a degree in criminal justice, could not find a job. Marcfirst, when he went over to them, they really sat down and looked at him as a person, his abilities.
They encouraged me to apply at Afni. I went through the interview, and I'll never forget this. They came back in within, it wasn't even 5 minutes, I don't think, and they said, "We'd like to offer you the job." And so here I am.
Actually, when he finally did get a job, I think we were as maybe happier than he was, just because to see somebody be rewarded for all their hard work and never giving up was just, that's why we do what we do.
He is a big asset to the corporation. Comes in daily, heads down focused, loves to ask questions, wants feedback, wants to improve himself to make sure he's doing the best job possible.
With him getting a job, the impact on him is phenomenal. Now I have a job, I'm working. I feel like I'm a whole person.
All of us want to be valued by other people and by our communities, and I think employment's a real important way to do that.
My parents have, pushed me to be a good functioning member of society, and by working, that's what I feel I can do. I've even made friends here at Afni as well, so that's the other reason I feel it's important. There's a large social aspect to that as well.
Yeah, he makes friends left and right. He has that kind of charisma and that personality that just draws people to him. It's just impossible not to like Lee.
He's done more in his life by the time he was 10 years old than most people do in their entire life. I've always told him, people fail, people fall. The ones that survive get up and move on.
Lee is one of the most kind-hearted people that I've ever met. I can sum up Lee in a sentence. He's not only a great co-worker and employee, but he's just a great friend, and I'm honored to have him in my life.